So very good evening to all of you. I hope you all are doing great. Last day of 2022. And again you are here. Hopefully next year you will be top the exam for what you have just worked hard throughout the year. So before starting the session, just let me know is my audio video fine or not. And after that we are going to start a very important session related to the engineering mechanics, my dear, in which we are having top 30 questions, 15 questions for the session and 15 more questions, my dear, the homework question. You just write in the comment section and share with your friends so that number of your competitor can join. You can get the proper idea at which stage we all are here. Very good, Abdul Razak, very good evening. So chaliye my dear, just like the session and share with your friends so that a lot of competitor can come and you can get the proper idea in engineering mechanics where you lie and where we need to work hard. At least you will get the clear cut idea, my dear. So let's start the topic. I think this will be the last subject of GATE 22 you are going to study, because after the completion of session 23 will be started. So let's start the first question, my dear. This is all about me. We are not stopping here for a long time. Mahamarathon is going to start from 3rd of January. Be there if you are not having good revision formula and all the important points. The mega workshop is going to conduct by Dheeraj sir. That will be the complete strategy to be in top 1% of GATE 24. Time will be 12:30 p.m. my dear, and date will be the 1st of January. Okay, you are preparing for GATE 24 now, then I'll suggest this workshop you must attend, my dear, conducted by Dheeraj sir. Okay, question is going to start up to 7, my dear. First 7 question will be related to the easy to moderate level, and after that there will be a difficult level of the question. 100 Newton of the block is resting on the surface with coefficient of friction 0.16. The force of 8 Newton is applied to the block as shown in the figure. This P force is applied on this block, my dear. Having the magnitude of the 8 Newton, then what will be the value of the friction force in this case? Don't take more than 5-6. Don't take then more than 50-60 seconds to solve this question. Let's see how many of you are getting the correct answer. And you can take the value of G, my dear, in this case is equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, you can take the value of G because it is not mentioned in this question. If it is required, you can take the value of G is equal to 10 meter per second square, my dear. Yes, let's move forward and see how many of you are getting the correct answer in this case. कितने लोगों का बिल्कुल सही आंसर आ रहा है? अब्दुल रज्जाक, Shreyas, write the correct answer of this question. Anyone? Anyone of you can write the correct answer? I'm waiting for the correct answer for you. Let me check. No one? Siraj, what is the correct answer in this case? Okay, sir. What is, if I will take G is equal to 10, then my dear W will be equal to that 10 into how much? Block is 100 Newton. Okay, already weight is given. So 100 Newton is given to us. It's not a 1 kg, it's a 100 Newton weight is given to us. Okay, now if the weight is 100 Newton and if I will write this as a N, my dear, N will be equal to 100 Newton because this normal reaction will be equal to weight. And if I will write the maximum value of the friction, that is F max, that will be equal to mu into N, my dear. Mu is equal to 0.16 and N will be equal to 100. Can we write this value is equal to 16 Newton? Is it or not? 16 Newton will be the numerical value of the F max, means maximum friction force that is possible in this case is 16 Newton, 16 Newton. But in this case, how much force is applied? 8 Newton. It means applied force within the limiting value of the friction force is there. That's why if the applied force is within the limiting value of the friction force, then we can write the applied force will be itself the numerical value of the friction force. So in this case, the friction force value will be written as 8 Newton. Where is it? It is not mentioned. Okay, sorry. The answer will be equal to 8 Newton. This was given by mistake. It is written 7. C for Chennai will be the correct answer. That is 8 Newton. Clear to all? Serious? Is it okay? 16 Newton is not a correct answer. 9 is not a correct answer. 25 is not a correct answer. 8 Newton you can write in E option also. That is 8 Newton, my dear, is the answer. Yes, yes. You can leave it as a 7. 8 will be the correct answer. Good. Let's move forward for this question. A bullet enter in a plank of 30 mm thickness with the velocity of 10 meter per second and leave with the velocity of 5 meter per second the minimum thickness of the plank so that bullet remain embedded in the plank, my dear. If I draw the question, then question is somewhere like this. There is a plank which has the thickness of 30 mm, 30 mm, and the velocity, a bullet is entering with the velocity of 10 meter per second, okay, and it is leaving the plank with 5 meter per second. Clear? Then what should be the thickness of this plank? Definitely more than 30. That this bullet will be embedded in self. It means outside velocity must be 0 in this case, my dear, where the inside or inlet velocity is 10 meter per second. This is the question. Let me write the distance or the thickness right now is S. Yes. Try to solve this question. Very important question is there. Then what will be this numerical value of the S so that you will get the proper value? Can you tell me the answer? Yes. You take 1 minute to solve this question. It's a question related to 1 minute. Already 4:35 till 4:35 already question were covered by the Sir. I'm going to cover the question from the question number 35 or 36 to 70, my dear. No, 65. 30 question we are going to take. Serious? C is the answer. Let's see how we are going to solve, sir. If this velocity or the kinetic energy is going to change, then definitely one friction force is acting in this case. One resisting force is going to acting in this case. Then the same resisting force is going to acting in this case. And if I will apply the kinetic energy work theorem, then change of the kinetic energy is equal to work, means 1 by 2 mass is there, that 10 square minus of 5 square change of kinetic energy is equal to friction force multiplied by 30. Similarly, my dear, 1 by change of the kinetic energy in second case minus of 0, it will be equal to F into S, my dear. If I'll divide the equation 1 by 2, then we get that 100 divided by 100 minus of 25 will be equal to, my dear, what will be the answer? S divided by 30. Is it or not? From here, if I'll solve this equation, then S will be the 40 as a correct answer, my dear. This is the work kinetic energy theorem. 10 to 11 of you are here, my dear, but hardly 1 or 2 are writing the answer. Sir, sit with rough notes and, my dear, calculator, try to write all the answer, otherwise वो साइड वाला ही आंसर देगा बाद में भी. ऐसा ना हो कि गेट एग्जाम में भी सीरियस ही आंसर लिखे. Okay, C is the correct answer. I hope next question you are going to solve this. Question number 3, 438. In this 500 series we are going to discuss. Our aim is to solve the 500 question. One more question is yes in front of you, in which you need to find a wheel of diameter 4 meter roll freely with the slipping, without slipping, with the center velocity of 6 meter per second, and, my dear, acceleration of 2 meter per second square as shown in the figure. What is the velocity at this point C, my dear? At this point, what will be the velocity? This is the question. At this point C, what is the velocity? This one is the question, my dear. There are two important method to calculate the value of the velocity. One is the eye center method and second is the relative velocity method, my dear. Whatever you want to follow, you will get the answer from both of the method. Yes. Sir, in this case, if I write the center point as a O, then velocity of the center point O is given to us 6 meter per second, where this radius is 2 meter, my dear. 2 meter. This is the question. What will be the velocity at C? You need to find. So again, you can solve with the eye center method. So if I'll solve with the eye center method, my dear, then definitely this will be the eye center. Then complete body can be assumed to be rotated about this eye point with the omega. So can we write the velocity of point O will be equal to omega into 2, my dear? Is it or not? And velocity of O is equal to 6 omega into 2. So can we write omega will be equal to 3 radian per second? Very important question is there. So omega is there. Can you find this perpendicular distance? Yes, sir. This is 2. This is 2. Then this value will be equal to 200 under root 2. Is it or not? This is 2. This one is also 2. So what will be the answer? Sir, if the body is rotating with omega and this is the point C, then definitely according to the eye center method, this will be the velocity of point C. Is it or not? And that will be equal to omega into RC. So what is the velocity of point C? Can you tell me the answer? Omega. What is this omega, my dear? 3. RC 2 root 2. What will be the answer? Answer will be equal to 6 root 2 meter per second, my dear, is the correct answer. Absolutely right. Okay. It is given at 2 places. B and D both will be the answer. Good. Yes. BD is the correct answer. Let's move forward. Try to solve this important question for you. Very important question. Two men. One is stronger than the other one. Has to lift a load of 1200 Newton, which is suspended from a light rod of 3 meter. Light rod of 3 meter, my dear. 3 meter. It is supported by the two men. One is the strong and second one is the weaker, my dear. Weaker can carry only the 400 of load. Definitely stronger will take 800 of load. Then at which particular location you have to subject that load so that that will be distributed accordingly, my dear. This is 1200 Newton. Let me write this value is x. This value is 3 minus x. So you need to calculate what should be the distance of the point of application of load from the stronger person so that the stronger can take 800 of Newton and weaker can take 400 of Newton. Try to solve this question. What is the correct answer you all guys getting, my dear? Where are your friends? Are they celebrating the new year? Pata nahi chal raha hai. Yes. Can you tell me the answer? What is the correct answer you are getting, my dear? Yeah, it will be clearly mentioned that if I'll take this point is S and this point is W, weaker. So can we write taking the moment about S? Very good. Taking the moment about S. Let's see, are you getting the right answer or wrong? Then, my dear, can we write RW multiply by 3 minus W multiply by X must be equal to 0. What is RW? 400 multiply by 3 minus W 1200 multiply by X is equal to 0. What will be the value of X? 1. 1 meter must be the length. 1 meter must be the length. So 2 meter is not possible because you need to find the distance of the load to be suspended from the stronger person. So when you want to give the more load to the stronger person, then definitely it will approach to the stronger person. It will be nearby stronger person. Whenever because if it will be exactly in the middle, 1.5 from the stronger, 1.5 from the weaker, then definitely, my dear, the load on both the member will be 600 and 600. If you want to shift the load to the person of the stronger, then definitely you have to shift towards this load. That's why 2 meter is not possible. Are you getting my point? The distance must be less than 1.5 meter. So either this will be the answer or this will be the answer. Only two are the possibility. From the calculation we are getting B for Bombay is the correct answer. This is absolutely wrong answer. Clear to you? Is this point clear to you? Good. B for Bombay is the correct answer for this question. Let's move forward. Very important question. There is a round table, my dear, that is the turning table. I think this type of game you have just seen on the YouTube, where the lot of persons sit on a round table and that start to rotate, and due to the centrifugal force they all start to move in the outward direction. Turning table, there is a game you can get on YouTube, but again you are not having so much of time that you will go and check on YouTube, my dear. It will be better you invest more and more time on your questions. Yes, tell me the answer. Sir, there is a turning table. This one is a turning table like this. Okay. Now the body is rotating with omega. Then there is a distance of 4 centimeter. Somewhere here, let me write. 4 centimeter from the center, there is a distance at which your coin will flip, my dear. Coin exactly flip into the outward direction. When this omega will be double, at which distance this coin will flip? I mean, this 4 centimeter will be the more than sufficient so that it will flip at the same location when I double the speed, or it will be near the center, or it will be far away the center. So this is a simple question. When it is rotating with the omega, then 4 centimeter is the distance at which your coin flip toward the outwards direction or towards the outside. When you rotate your round table with a double speed, then what should be the distance at which you want to put that coin so that it again start to flip? So the point is very clear. If you want to flip the coin, my dear, if you want to flip the coin like this, then due to the table and coin friction, same or the fixed amount of the force will be required. Let me write 10 Newton of force is required. 10 Newton of force is required to flip the coin. And this force is coming from which source? That source is centrifugal force. So in this case, can I write the centrifugal force, my dear, that is developing like with m omega square into 4 centimeter. Now, what should be the distance when omega will be double, my dear? That is r. So can we say simple that if you want to flip the coin, then your required force must be the same. If at 10 Newton it is going to flip, my dear, then definitely if you will double the speed, it will also flip at the 10 Newton. Now where the 10 Newton will be developed, that is the big question. So when the omega was speed, my dear, at 4 centimeter 10 Newton was developing. When the speed become 2 omega, what is the r you need to calculate? So are you not feeling when it will be double, it will be reduced by 4 times? What is the answer? When the omega will be double, same force will be produced at 1/4 of the distance. What is the answer? 1 centimeter. For the same amount of the force, if omega will be doubled, then definitely radius or the distance you have to reduce, you have to decrease, my dear, with the 4th time. Okay, good. Answer is A for Ahmedabad will be the correct answer. Let's discuss 41 question, my dear. Question number 41, very important question. Very good, serious. Why your friend are not writing the answer? Abdul Razak, are you there? Good. B for Bombay was the correct answer. In this case, what is the correct answer? Check it clearly, read the statement very clearly, then you write the answer. Don't write the answer in hurry. A particle starts from the rest with a constant acceleration alpha meter per second till it reaches the maximum velocity. First of all, let's draw the diagram, my dear. If I draw the diagram of time, then it is starting from 0 because it's a linear constant acceleration of alpha. It achieved the maximum velocity Bmax. Let me write it, take the time t1, my dear, like this. This is the time graph and this is the velocity graph. After that, it deaccelerates at the uniform rate beta till it become or come to the rest, my dear. After the beta acceleration, it is retarding and it come to the rest at this point, my dear. T2. Is this diagram clear to all? Is this diagram, my dear, clear to all? Good. So, in first stage of the motion, velocity is changing from 0 to Bmax. In second stage of motion, velocity is changing from Bmax to 0. So, let's find what is the velocity when it is changing from here to here. So, can we write Bmax is equal to u plus of alpha? Why is it plus? Because it's an example of acceleration. Can we write u is 0, initial alpha, and temperature is time is t1. So the Bmax can we write, or from here can we write t1 will be equal to Bmax divided by alpha, my dear? Is it or not? Similarly, when it is retarding, then final velocity becomes 0. Initial velocity, my dear, Bmax minus of alpha t2. Why minus? Because it's an example of retardation, my dear. So what is it? T2 will be equal to Bmax divided by beta. T1 is clearly known to us. T2 is clearly known to us. After that, if the total time means T1 plus of T2 taken between the two rest position, this. It's T, my dear, capital T or small t, then what will be the maximum velocity acquired by the particle? So can we take T1 plus of T2? Can we write from here? Is equal to T, my dear, or Bmax by alpha plus of Bmax by beta will be equal to T, my dear? Or can we write the value of maximum velocity? That will be equal to alpha beta divided by alpha plus of beta into T. Is it clear to all? Is this point clear to all, my dear? Alpha beta divided by alpha plus of beta is the answer. What is the answer? Bombay, not Delhi. Serious? D is not a correct answer. Bombay, B for Bombay is the correct answer. That is the reason in the starting I have told you, don't write the answer in hurry. Clearly read each and every statement of the question, then try to solve this question. Okay, anyway, let's move forward. Try to find the next question, my dear. Very easy question for you. Very easy question for you. In a frictionless pulley system as shown in the figure, each pulley having the weight of 40 Newton, then what is the value of the W that can be lifted by the system under the conditions on? Yes. Answer is already given. Answer Bombay. Bmax will be equal to, my dear, alpha beta divided by alpha plus beta into T. Yes, it is clearly answer. Clear or not? Bombay. Next. In the frictionless pulley system shown in the figure, if the pulley weight is 40 Newton, my dear, then what will be the value of W in this case? Please tell me the answer. What is the value of the W in this case, my dear? Sir, here you need to draw a lot of free body diagram. At least 3 free body diagram you need to draw. If you are able to draw the free body diagram, you can very easily solve the entire problem, my dear. Yes. Write down the correct answer of this question. Write down the correct answer of this question. Question is a little bit tricky, but whenever you will use the free body diagram concept, you will be using the equilibrium condition, then easily you will be able to give me the answer of this question, my dear. Yes. Let's see how many of you are getting the correct answer. Abdul, देखते हैं कितने लोगों का सही और बिल्कुल सही आंसर आता है in this case, my dear. Let's see. Sir, if this is the 100 Newton, then this one is the tension, my dear. If there is no friction, then tension in both the section will be same. T and T will be the same, my dear. 100. Okay. If I'll apply the free body diagram on this pulley, then I'll get the idea that this is the tension of the second pulley. This one is the pulley, my dear. There is some weight in this pulley. How much is the weight? Weight is 40 Newton. Yes. Very good. Let's see. This one is the 100, my dear. This one is also the 100. Okay. So this T2 will be equal to 100, my dear. Not 100. It's a 240. 240. It's a 240. So this tension is 240. Then this one is also 240. This one is also 240. So if we draw the free body diagram of this block now, after that, if we draw the free, very good, Raghuram, absolutely right answer. If we draw the free body diagram, then this is the W, my dear. In this way, there is one tension that is equal to 100. And in this case, there is one more tension that is T2, my dear. T2, T2. And this is also T2. Yes, that is equal to 240. So the weight will be equal to 340. Maximum of you are very much late. Answer is absolutely right, 340. Serious? Your competitor are waiting. अब answer लेके आओ अच्छी rank के साथ में. Then you see. Yes. So answer is absolutely right. 340 is the correct answer in this case, my dear. Yes, Shivenji and Raghu, absolutely right. Yes. Let's try to solve some difficult problem. Again, it's a 1 marks problem, my dear. Let me tell you. The dimension of all the parameter is 5 centimeter, 5 meter. And let me tell you, if it is clearly mentioned to you, it is okay. Otherwise, this value, my dear, is 20 Newton, 20 Newton. And this value, my dear, is 30 Newton, 30 Newton. Yeah. After that, you need to find what is the correct answer of this question. Let's see how many of you are getting the correct answer. Sir, in this case, the truss is shown in the figure. The force on the member CD, let me tell you, this is the member CD, my dear. This one is the CD member. In this member, you need to find the force. One hint I can give you, because the dimension of all the component is 5 centimeter or 5 meter. That's why you can simply say that angle in all the triangle will be 60 degree. This is the help for you. Method of section will be the appropriate method to solve the answer. If you will use the proper utilization of this method of section, my dear, then hardly in 1 or 2 line you will get the clear cut answer. Raghu, 1-2 line में आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. If you are clearly aware with the method of section topic, my dear, utilization of the method of section smartly. 20 Newton force is there, not Newton, kilonewton. 20 kilonewton force is there, and 30 kilonewton force is given here, my dear. 20 and 30 kilonewton of force is given here. I am waiting for the correct answer. Yes, anyone of you? Getting the correct answer of this question? Very good. Let's see anyone of you are getting or not. Sir. Very simple point is there, my dear. Method of section will be the best application of this question. Best method to apply for this question. Sir, there are three unknown, FBD, this one FCD, is it or not? And this one, my dear, is F. Let me write FCE. This angle is 60 degree. Okay. So if I will consider the left hand section of the body, very good, serious, very nice, left hand section of the body, then we get FBD and FCE are the unwanted member. And if I write sigma vertical is equal to 0, my dear, then 30 kilonewton is acting downward, 20 kilonewton acting downward, but this, yes Varun please, this FCD sin 60 is acting upward, that's why 0. FBD 0, FCE is not acting in upward direction. So my dear, FCD into under root 3 by 2 will be equal to 50, and in this case FCD will be equal to 100 by root 3. That is in kilonewton because it is away from the joint, that's why tension. Delhi is absolutely correct answer, Varun. Absolutely correct answer, Sirius. Both of you are getting correct answer. Good. Yes, Sirius. Let's move forward. Find this answer. A machine pull the block uphill on the rough inclined surface by applying the force as shown in the figure. If the coefficient of friction is 0.4, my dear, 0.4, then what is the mechanical efficiency of the machine? Very important question, very conceptual question is there. If you are able to find only one parameter, that is the numerical value of the force in the term of mg, अगर आप इतना भी ले आते हो, you will be able to find the efficiency very clearly. So, only you need to find what is the numerical value of the force required to lift this mg in the direction of inclined surface. Let's see how many of you are getting the correct answer of this question, my dear. Sir, if we define, this will act in this direction like mg. This will act in this direction like mg by root 2 because it will be cos 30, and this will act in this direction, that will be equal to mg by root 2. Is it or not? Because body will try to move in this direction, then one more friction force will act in this direction like F, or it will be F. So can we write to pull that body, F is required, that is equal to mg by root 2, my dear, plus of friction force. Is it or not? Mg by root 2 is okay. Plus of friction force means mu into n. N will be equal to mg cos theta, mg by root 2 plus mu 0.4 mg by root 2, or it will be equal to 1.4 mg by root 2. Is it clear to all? This force is required. This force is required to pull the entire body on the inclined surface. Kiran, Shreyas, is this point clear? This amount of the force will be required to pull the body in this particular direction, my dear. Very good, Captain Jack Sparrow. Let's see. I don't think that this much efficiency is coming. It may be your calculation mistake. Now, after that, sir, what is the efficiency? The efficiency will be equal to total amount of the work by output. Output means mg by root 2 is displaced by x. How much work you need to do? How much work you need to do? That is F multiplied by x, because same force you need to apply now. So in this case, x and x will get cancelled. So mg by root 2 divided by 1.4 mg y root 2. So the efficiency will be equal to, my dear, 1 divided by 1.4 into 100. 71.7 is the correct answer of this question. Yes. Sir, I am the third year student preparing for the GATE 23 and also GATE 24. I cover the aptitude, heat transfer, thermodynamic. Now I want to take FM, but lots of my seniors suggest to cover the mass. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Even if you have not covered the mass, my dear, till now I'll suggest, if you are not having any option, then go with mass and production if you can prepare right now. And if you are preparing for XC, then let me tell you, with thermo, you go with the strength of material. That will be good for you right now, because FM hardly it is going to cover. You can simply say either you are going to write the GATE exam mechanical, GATE exam civil, GATE XC, or any exam, my dear. You must prepare on your priority mathematics. Men and aptitude should be first priority. After that, if you are going to target the GATE mechanical, production second priority, as few subject you have already covered. If you are more focused on the XC, then strength of material must be the second priority. Clear to you? Yes. Because even if you cover the fluid mechanics, even if you cover one more subject, my dear, but if you are not going to cover the mathematics, then you can't do good in the GATE 23 right now. No, FM should be your third or fourth priority. If you ask me the priority, then I'll suggest first priority mass. If you are preparing for the GATE mechanical, then second priority is your production. And if you are going to write the GATE XC, then it will depend upon you. You can go with the fluid mechanics or the strength of material as per your priority. But first priority must be mass. Second priority as per your branch it must be right now. Yes. But major part will be related to the strength of material and mechanics only, if you are talking about the XC, my dear. And in FM, my dear, let me tell you, there are some important point which are extra added for the XC. Let me tell you clearly. But yes, if you are majorly focused on the XC exam, then it is up to you that second priority may be your strength of material, maybe your FM. The option you can go with, but first priority must be the math. Okay. Either you are going to focus on the GATE exam, your priority is the GATE mechanical or GATE XC. First one mass. Even you can just take these two subjects parallelly, it is up to you. But first of all, because let me tell you very clearly, if you are going to write the GATE mechanical exam, FM is generally asked 5 to 6 marks. Mathematics is generally asked 13 marks, fixed. That definitely you need to cover the same subject, na? That is the point. Sometime it happen your cutoff can be clear. You just get the marks equal to your cutoff or more than cutoff only from 2 or 3 or 4 subject, hardly. Like maths you cover, aptitude you cover, and after that one more subject you cover, you just get your cutoff. इतनी सी कट ऑफ हो जाएगी. That's why always everyone will suggest you go with the maths and aptitude on your prior basis. Okay. Good. Next, very important question, my dear. Yes, the length and the mass of the uniform chain is 10 meter, and the 2 kg. The coefficient of friction and chain and table is 0.25. The value of y at which chain start to move due to its own weight. G you can take like 10 meter per second square. G means acceleration due to the gravity, you can take 10 meter per second square, my dear. Total length is given to us, that let me write the total length, it will be L, my dear. It will be L. Okay. Now what should be this value of the y so that this body will start to move in the upward direction? Sir, if it is y, can we write this is L minus y? Is it or not? Yes or no? So this bit of the y portion is resisted by the friction force on W minus L portion, W minus Y portion, and this is the total weight of the W, my dear. Is it or not? And this is the normal reaction of this portion. Can we write normal reaction will be equal to W L minus Y, and the friction force will be equal to mu into N, or mu W L minus Y. Can we write when your applied force W will be greater than or equal to friction force, then your body will start to move automatically. यही तो होगा ना, तभी आपकी बॉडी पूरी तरह से चलना शुरू कर देगी. What is WY? Sir, what is the total length? Total weight is W. What is the weight per unit length? W by L. Then what is the weight of the Y? This is Y. What is the friction force? Friction force, my dear. Mu. What is WL? That will be, what is the total weight? W per unit length L, multiply by what is the weight of L minus Y, multiply by L minus Y. If I solve it, W by L and W by L will be cancelled out. Then Y must be equal to mu L minus of mu Y. So the Y must be equal to or greater than mu L divided by 1 plus mu. So mu is how much? 0.25 divided by 1.25 multiply by 10. Answer is 2 meter. 2 meter will be the length. 2 meter will be the length at which your body or your chain will start to move directly in the downward direction, because weight of the hanging part will overcome the friction between the table and, my dear, chain. So thermo is my first subject. Second will be still complete because I don't have the enough time to cover the SOM, vibration and mechanics. So I take the what you suggest. You also need to cover the maths. Yeah, I'll again suggest, if FM is your interest, then definitely you will go with maths and FM parallel. Not like this, first you cover the maths and after that you go with the FM. There is no link between each and every subject. Like FM and maths, there is not so much link. Definitely general maths you know very well what will be required in the fluid mechanics, but it will be better you cover both the subject parallelly right now. Okay. Sir, next question, very important question. Truss shown in the figure. The truss is shown in the figure above. Then the force in the member DE. What is it? DE? DE, this one is the member, my dear. This one is the DE member. What is the value of the force you need to calculate? Sir, at this joint, if I'll say, then because there is no horizontal reaction, there will be only one reaction, that will be equal to RE. So if I will apply the concept at this point, then this force will be directly equal to RE. So it will be better if you are able to find the numerical value of RE. Find the value of RE, you will get the answer of everything. How will you find the value of RE? Sir, can we take the moment? RE you need to find, na? Taking the moment at which point, my dear? At A point. Can we take the moment RE? Okay, okay. Multiply by 6 minus 70 multiply by 3 minus 20 multiply by 3 is equal to 0. RE will be equal to 210 plus of 60 divided by 6, my dear. Is it or not? 210 divided by 60, that will be equal to 270 divided by 6, it will be equal to 45. RE is also equal to FDE is equal to RE, that will be also equal to 45, my dear. Absolutely right answer. 45 is the correct answer. Yes, किसी का आया answer? Any one of you? Oh, sorry. Next question. Matrix you should solve first of all. First topic. Matrix Yes, vector algebra, one of the important topic. Sir, for the sections on below, what will be the second moment of area about the axis? D by 4 distance above the bottom of the area, like this. If this one is the CG, my dear, like this, then what will be the area moment of inertia at this point when this value will be equal to D by 4 and this value is also equal to D by 4? Yes, anyone, can you give me the answer? Varun, A is the answer. Let's see. Sir, we know the value of this I at midpoint. Let me write this A XX. So Ixx is given, my dear, given that VDQ by 12, my dear. This is already clear to us. Mass or area moment of inertia at the midpoint is equal to VDQ by 12. Now after that, if I apply the parallel axis theorem, then I at x dash means this axis, x dash and x dash, my dear. This can be written as Ixx, H per the parallel axis theorem, plus of A H square. A means area of the cross section, H means distance between both the axes. So what is this? VD is Q by 12 plus of BD into H. H means D is square by 4. 4 means 16. So what is the answer? Answer will be equal to 4 and 3. That will be the 7 VDQ divided by 48. Is it? That is the mass moment, or sorry, area moment of inertia about this point. C is the correct answer, not A. Varun, A is not a correct answer. C for Chennai will be the correct answer for you guys. Let's see the next question. Question number 448. Yes. Good. Yes, yes, absolutely right. A disc of mass m and radius r roll on the rough surface. Force apply on the body is this one. Then what will be the center acceleration of the disc? Sir, there is a disc somewhere like this. My dear, there will be a disc somewhere like this and it roll over the horizontal surface, something like this. A center force F is going to apply like this. Then it is asked, what is the value of center acceleration? You need to give me the answer. What is the value of this ACM, my dear? ACM, acceleration of the center mass, you need to give me the answer. Sir, if you apply the concept of I center, you will get that entire body is rotating like this. Yes, sure. Definitely. I'll give you the Telegram channel. You just contact me there personally. Don't worry. I'll give you at last. I think two more questions are there. I'll definitely share all the detail. Let's solve this important question first. After that, we are coming on that point. Yes. Sir, if it is the radius, then definitely body is rotating. And if the body is rotating, are you able to apply concept of NSL? Yes. So if I'll write H per NSL, my dear, H per Newton second law of motion. First of all, rotation. Can we write force multiply by radius will be equal to I about the I into alpha. Fr will be equal to, my dear, I. We know very well mass moment of inertia at this point. Mr square divided by 2 mass moment of inertia, serious about the CG. But parallel axis theorem you want to apply now. Mr square. This is capital R. This much is also capital R into alpha. So F is equal to M into 3 by 2R into alpha, my dear. So alpha R will be equal to 2F divided by 3R. Divided by 3M, sorry. And what is alpha R? Yes, it is the acceleration of the center mass. Sure. Yes. Right now we are having the time, don't worry. Oh, Happy New Year. Yes, A is the correct answer, my dear. Good. Yes. Lagrange, any one of you? सीरियस ये पढ़ा है टॉपिक Lagrange function? Have you studied the Lagrange function, my dear? Serious? Have you studied this Lagrange function? Varun, you have studied the Lagrange function, how the equation of motion is derived from the Lagrange function? Anyone? How the equation of motion is derived from the Lagrange function? Okay, let me tell you. So, in this case, Lagrange function is given to us. Like Lagrange function is given to us, that is equal to 1 by 2 m x dot square plus of 1 by 2 kx square, my dear. Okay. Then it is clearly mentioned from here that Lagrange function is the function of x and x dot. Then first equation dl over dx can be written by this 0 plus d over dx into 1 by 2 kx square. It will be equal to kx, my dear, because 2 and 2 will get cancelled. After that, differentiation of the Lagrange function with respect to velocity. So it will be equal to d over velocity 1 by 2 m x dot square plus of 0. After that, it will be equal to m x, because 2 and 2 will get cancelled. When you will differentiate the x dot square, you will get 2 and 1 by 2 will get cancelled. After that, what is the next step, my dear? Next step is d over dt into dl over dx dot. So what is it? Mass is constant. D over dt into x dot. X dot is velocity. What is the differentiation of the velocity with respect to time? It's a acceleration now. That will be equal to m x dot, my dear. Double dot. So this is somewhere like this. This is something like this. And H for the Euler-Lagrange equation. H for Euler-Lagrange equation, my dear. Lagrange equation can be write d over dt dl over dx dot minus dl over dx will be equal to 0. What is dl over dx dot? Sir, m into x double dot minus kx is equal to 0. This is the equation of motion. This one is the equation of motion. What is the correct answer? Mx dot kx is the correct answer. C for Chennai is the correct answer, Varun and Sirius. Yes. C for Chennai will be the correct answer of this question, my dear. Yes. 449. Last question of today's session. I am going to share in this case. Yes. Very important question for you. Angular velocity you need to calculate, my dear. Very important question for you. Let's see what is the question. Sir, P is equal to T plus 10 Newton force is applied. This is 0.4 meter. This is 0.75 meter. Okay. So 10 kg of the spool shown in the figure has the radius of gyration K is given to us. A cable is wrapped around the center hub of the spool and the horizontal force having the variable magnitude F is equal to T plus 10 Newton is applied, where the T is in second. When the spool is rolling without slipping about the point A, then you need to find if the initially angular velocity of the spool is 0, then what will be the angular velocity after 5 seconds? It means you need to find alpha. When the body is subjected under the P now, that will apply definitely the torque, and if it will be applying the torque, you will be eligible to apply the NSL for rotation. So apply NSL of rotation, my dear. NSL of rotation. What is it? Unbalanced torque about A will be equal to IA into alpha, my dear. Is it or not? Unbalanced torque, force is applied, multiply by what is the perpendicular length? 0.75 plus 4. that is 1.15. What is I? Mk square, that is at Cg, plus Mr square, because you have to shift at the A now, that's why it is alpha. What is mass, my dear? Mass, how much mass? 100 kg. K 0.35. So F 10 plus of T is the force into 1.15 plus mass 100, my dear, 0.35 square plus of 0.75 square into alpha. Can you get the value of alpha from here? 1.15, 10 plus of T into how much? 100 into 0.35 square minus plus 0.75 square. What answer you all guys getting, my dear? Can you tell me the correct answer of this question? 0.35 square plus 0.75 square multiply by 10 divided by 1.15. What can we write? 59.56. Answer we are getting 10 plus T divided by 59.56. So this is the angular acceleration. This one is the angular acceleration. What we know? Angular acceleration can be written by d omega over dt. Is it or not? D omega can be written by alpha into dt, and alpha is, my dear, 10 plus T into 59.56 into dt. When the time was 0, then omega was 0. When the time is t, then omega is omega. Is it or not? Angular velocity is omega. So what is this? Omega minus 0, it will be equal to 1 plus 59.56. It will be equal to 10 T plus of T square by 2. Then omega will be equal to 1 divided by 59.56, my dear, multiply by 10T. How much is the upper limit? 5. Lower limit 0. So it will be 5 plus of 25 by 2. Can you please tell me the answer? What is the correct answer you all guys getting? That is $50 plus 12.5 multiply by answer 1.04. Omega we are getting 1.04 radian per second. Tell me, are you getting the same answer or not? After 5 seconds, the angular velocity of this spool, my dear, will be equal to 1.04 or 1.05 as a correct answer. Yes, absolutely right. After the 5 seconds, the spool will have the angular velocity like this, that is 1.05 per second is the velocity, my dear. I hope maximum of you have given the 15 answer of these 15 questions. Other 15 questions I am going to give you as the homework. Definitely you need to solve. Don't enjoy so much at the new year because you are having the exam after 20-30 days, my dear. तो बहुत ज़्यादा मस्ती नहीं करना है, राइट ना? जितना ज़्यादा हो सके पढ़ लो, तभी आपका नया साल सुधर सकता है. So this is 52, 53, my dear, related to equilibrium condition. Truss 54, collision 55, 56, coefficient of friction 57, equilibrium condition 58, equilibrium condition 59, my dear, screw jack or the power screw 60, question related to the belt friction or the rotating friction 61, question related to the truss, my dear. I just move sideways so that you can check the clearly all dimension. If you want to take the screenshot, you can take. Okay, good. 62, my dear. Lagrange equation you need to derive in this case. 62, derive the Lagrange equation of this function. 63, this will be the answer. Direct formula. I have derived a lot of time in the session, my dear. 64, virtual work concept. Very important question. Virtual work concept, my dear, is a very important question. Take the screenshot. मैं साइड हो जाता हूँ. Yes, you take the screenshot, my dear. Okay, good, clearly. And question number 65, that is the last question, most important question of the session, my dear. A ball of weight 20 kg drop in the 20 Newton drop into the vertical into the highly viscous liquid with the velocity of 2 meters per second. The resistance which is directly proportional to the velocity is 10 Newton at 2 meters per second. Which of the following is the correct statement, my dear? So this is all about the today's session we have discussed. See you again in the next session. This is my Telegram channel. If you want to ask anything, you want to write anything, even you want to connect me personally, you can write the message in my Telegram channel. I'll just text you in personal and you can directly contact me. So this is all about the today's session. Thank you all. Enjoy your 23. I hope the next year will be very happy year for you. So thank you all. Work hard for the GATE 23. Happy New Year to all of you. 23. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night all. Can you send the solution of the definitely yes, I'll share. Yes, I'll share if you ask. Definitely on the Telegram channel I'll share. Okay, so bye bye. Good night all.